Live from WSLS, this is 10 News at 6, working for you.
Now at 6, a decade of change.
It does sort of mirror what's happening at the national level.
The 3 local cities that are shrinking as Virginia's population grows. Plus, mask mandate frustration. The local school districts pushing back on the guidance. And
a lot of people are excited about this industry.
Cannabis control. The local woman working to regulate the state's marijuana market. But first tonight, we are tracking some storms. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm John Carlin. Lindsay Ward has the night off tonight. With this near record heat, we are seeing some heavy downpours and some gusty conditions in many places around our region. Strong storms moved across the region this afternoon, knocking down several trees, as you can see in the video, in Franklin County. According to the Scruggs Rescue Squad, crews are working with VDOT and AEP to clear a number of roads. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Hanowich is here now to show us what we can expect tonight. And Jeff, I hope this will go away soon.
I think when the sun goes down, we will slowly stabilize. It's not going to happen at the snap of a finger, and these showers and thunderstorms are going to linger a little bit later into the evening than the last couple of nights. Good news, the cell that is right now in Montgomery County has been allowed to lose its severe thunderstorm warning. Still strong, still producing a lot of thunder and lightning, wind gusts over 40 miles per hour. Shawsville areas near Christiansburg over towards, say, northern parts of Blacksburg, near Virginia Tech, seeing a nasty cell. As we broaden the scope a little bit, we have these sporadic thunder showers extending from Franklin County all the way west into Giles County. Quite a bit of thunder and lightning with that cell near Glen Lynn in Giles County. And as we track this moving to the northeast at about 20 miles per hour, this will likely be impacting you folks at Glenver High School here pretty soon, over towards the Salem Civic Center between roughly 6:20 and 6:35, and into Roanoke anytime between, say, 6:30 and 6:50. We also had this once be a severe thunderstorm warning. Now it's just moderate to heavy rain extending from Highland County south into parts of Allegheny County. 220 right now, seeing a lot of rain, as are folks right along Highway 60, as are folks right along Highway 250 in Highland County. Again, this also moving to the east-northeast, 15 to 20 miles per hour. We're going to continue to have these showers and thunderstorms scattered in nature here for about the next 3 hours. I would say after about 9 o'clock, we're going to start to see the amount of rain and the amount of thunderstorms decreasing as temperatures will fall to near 80 by around 10 o'clock. Details on that weekend forecast coming up in just a bit. John.
Very good. Thank you, Jeff. Make sure at home to download the 10 News weather app. You can keep track of the forecast with alerts sent straight to your phone. State health leaders are backing up the mask mandate in schools. The public health order requires masks in all public and private schools this fall. 10 News talked to Dr. Lori Furlano with the central office of the Virginia Department of Health about this. And she says until all children have access to a vaccine, universal masking is the best way to curb the spread.
Having kids in school is a benefit to them in many ways. But right now, obviously, we need to do that with some prevention strategies in place. And consistent masking in schools will help reduce the chances of a child becoming exposed to COVID-19 at school or a teacher, frankly.
Right now, about half the children eligible for the shot are fully vaccinated. Furlano says that local health districts will work with school divisions to oversee the change. And the latest mask mandate is causing a lot of frustration and confusion. The Highland County School Board voted against the governor's order, while tensions boiled over last night at the meeting in Bedford County. Dozens of parents packed the room, disrupting speakers to the point where board members stepped out and even got law enforcement involved. Some parents urged leaders to stand up to the law.
You need to make decisions on what's best for our children, not Governor Northam. Stand up and fight. We need you to be a voice for our children who do not have a voice in this fight.
Ultimately, the board voted 4-3 to enforce the mandate. Bedford County Public Schools says it's waiting for additional guidance, specifically a list of appropriate accommodations, alternatives, or adaptations. And the numbers are in. The latest census data shows that rural communities continue to shrink, cities are growing, and the United States is more diverse than ever before. 10 News reporter Lindsay Kennett breaks down what it all means for us here at home.
The 2020 U.S. Census gives new insights into how the country is changing. In the Commonwealth, the population grew 7.9%. In our viewing area, Bath County saw the biggest drop in population, down 11%. The biggest jump is in Appomattox County, 7.7%. More people are also leaving the countryside and heading to urban areas. Matt Miller, the Director of Information Services for the Roanoke Valley Allegheny Regional Commission, says he's not surprised.
And cities in general attract people. I think the Roanoke Valley is a attractor because it has a diverse economy, so there are jobs here in many different sectors. The quality of life is good.
Other areas seeing growth include Montgomery County, which is up 5.6%, Lexington 3.9%, and Lynchburg 4.6%. But there are exceptions. Martinsville population dropped 2.4%, Radford dropped 2.1%, and Danville's down 1.1%.
I was actually pretty pleased with the results. A lot of estimates had shown that Danville's population would decrease by a much larger amount.
Miller says the exodus from rural communities is a tough problem to address.
They struggle with, redeveloping some of their commercial sites that are going empty, and some of their downtowns struggle, so that is a concern for the rural localities.
Miller says the census data matters. It impacts congressional redistricting and how localities plan for the future. Lindsay Kennett, 10 News, working for you.
A new appointment will help bring Amtrak to the New River Valley. Today, the governor announced that Salem attorney Victor Cardwell, along with 2 others, will serve on the Passenger Rail Authority. The governing board helps clear the way for negotiations between VDOT and Norfolk Southern. A new oversight authority will help guide Virginia's legal marijuana market. New at 6 tonight, 10 News reporter Annie Schroeder introduces us to the Southwest Virginia native who's representing our region at the state capitol.
Helping people with a love of agriculture is Betty Brand's top priority, so it was only natural to apply for Virginia's first ever Cannabis Control Authority board.
We will be working with the regulations and the standing up the legal adult use of marijuana.
Brand is one of 5 people who will travel to Richmond to provide oversight on the recent legalization of marijuana in the Commonwealth. She is the only representative from Southwest Virginia.
We all come from different backgrounds and experiences, and then we need to learn about the legislation, all the impacts. I think all of us have been exposed at some level to various aspects, but a good concrete understanding is going to be important.
But Brand says Southwest Virginia will play a major role in the board's work over the next 2.5 years, as our region is likely where most of the production will happen.
We need to make sure that that's considered, and that the small producer has an opportunity just as big as the large ones, that there needs to be a balance and an opportunity for anyone who wants to engage. And it's hard work, but we want to have those opportunities available in this part of the state.
In Roanoke, Annie Schroeder, 10 News, working for you.
Fighting gun violence from the barber shop. What Project Imagine does that sets them apart from other efforts. But first,
we're live in your town in Botetourt County, and if you look up, there's a unique rooftop dining experience to check out. We'll tell you all about it coming up.
WSLS 10 News, the proud winner of 2 2021 Emmy Awards for Best Daytime Newscast and Best Evening Newscast. WSLS 10 in your town, sponsored by Bank of Botetourt.
Once again, it's Friday, and we are back on the road in Botetourt County this time. 10 News anchor Brittany McGraw is live in historic Fincastle with a one-of-a-kind dining destination. Brittany?
Oh yeah, this is an awesome place to be. If you're looking for a place with great drinks, great food, great views, and of course a great atmosphere, then this is the place to be. We are at 1772 Rooftop on Main, and we kind of want to give you a look at the vibe and the things that are happening here. You see the high top tables, the low top tables, and look toward the back, and you see the back of the bar is carved out of a retired plane. We're going to tell you a little more about that coming up in just a moment, but this unique dining and drinking experience is getting ready to celebrate 1 year in business this month. 1772 Rooftop on Main opened last year during the pandemic. They have the only true rooftop dining area in the entire Roanoke Valley with 360-degree views of the mountains. The back bar, which I was telling you about, is carved out of a retired plane, and the menu features unique drinks and food. A local family owns it and says they're pleased to be helping bring people back to town.
Been a lot more traffic through the town of Fincastle, which is really nice. It's a small town that's just kind of over the years it's gotten smaller, and we're trying to bring some growth back to it, make a more productive, larger town.
Are you putting the rings around it, or what are you doing?
The restaurant is also home to a cafe and the locally famous Pie Lady. I got a piece of pie before we went on live, but you can see just all these nice, fun, cozy spots in the winter. This helps to keep you warm so you can come out here throughout the year. So just lots of things to do, lots of things happening here in Botetourt County. And this is just a fantastic place to be on a Friday night. John, back to you.
Hey, Brittany, if you can hear me, we want a piece of pie, too. Here's a live picture from our Virginia Tech Skycam, and you'll notice that we do indeed have some ominous cloud cover out across parts of the NRV with some pretty strong thunderstorms in parts of the NRV as well. We'll track these and let you know when our weather will settle down for a little while coming up.
A barbershop inspired a new initiative to tackle gang violence in Danville. The city's Youth and Gang Violence Prevention Division partnering with S&D Family Style and Cuts to host the New Haven program. And for more than a year, the barbershop has become a hub to foster a sense of community. Workers will use that trust to help direct people to employment opportunities and local resources to put them on the right path.
But I think the kids now need their village. That's why I think there's a lot of problems even with gang related. We are their gang. We're supposed to be the family for the community. So I feel like if we step in, we can save our youth, and not only the youth, but the whole community itself.
The division coordinator is looking to connect with more community leaders to help expand the program.
Your local weather authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
More scattered showers and thunderstorms for us here on our Friday, and they are all moving to the northeast, anywhere between 15 and 20 miles per hour. We're going to do a couple of zooms here and show you that the Roanoke Valley is pretty quiet right now, with the exception of some rain perhaps towards Catawba and Bradshaw, maybe over towards Bent Mountain. But downtown Roanoke, you're dry, but that will change here very soon. Within about the next 10 to 20 minutes, I think more parts of Roanoke will start to get wet. Very heavy rain in and around Rocky Mount, right along 220, going from Rocky Mount over towards Sidnersville, and more heavy rain being reported with a lot of thunder and lightning in places like Pearisburg, also into areas, say, near Newport, also into areas, say, near Narrows. Over towards Lynchburg, we've got some moderate to heavy rain right over the city of Lynchburg, including at the University of Lynchburg, right along 460, Highway 501, Highway 210, and Highway 29, seeing some moderate to heavy rain as well. All right, so for the weekend, for Saturday, a front is eventually going to move to the south, but will be the focal point for some showers and thunderstorms. Eventually, this front will take the high heat out of the mix as we head into Sunday. But on Saturday, more showers and thunderstorms form, especially in the afternoon and evening. And as we look into Sunday, Sunday looks pretty wet as well from time to time. Sunday, we're going to have cooler air push in, but that will not mean that the moisture will not be here, okay? So cooler air comes in from the north, but moisture is going to continue to come in from the south as the wedge is in play on Sunday. That means highs only around 80, but a continued chance for more rain and even a couple of thunderstorms. By Sunday night, the heaviest rain should be just to the south of us out across the Carolinas. But your flood threat this weekend is going to be a little bit higher on Saturday than it will be on Sunday. On Saturday, we are looking at flooding possible, localized, especially east of the Parkway. On Sunday, the flood threat is not zero, but it's a little lower than it could be Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. Then we turn our attention to the tropics. Fred could actually bring us some tropical moisture as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So more heavy rain is possible for us those 2 days. Right now, there are some question marks exactly which track Fred is going to take, but indications are from most computer models that we're going to get a heavy dousing of some rain here as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm thinking right now anywhere from about 1 to 3 inches of rain possible. Of course, if this thing stays further to the south, that would mean lower totals for us. Localized flooding will be possible Monday through Wednesday. And at this point, I think the severe weather threat, while not zero, is pretty low because temperatures are going to be much cooler. Speaking of temperatures, right now it is 93 in Danville, 88 Roanoke, also into Lynchburg, 90 Martinsville, but you're down to 76 in Blacksburg, but you're still in the lower 90s out across Lexington. It's warmer where it hasn't rained much. It is cooler where it has rained quite a bit. So for tonight, we're looking at lows anywhere between 65 and 73 as we stay warm and humid. I think the best chance for showers and thunderstorms will be from now through about maybe 9. After 9, we're going to start to see the activity wind down. For tomorrow, staying hot, staying humid, more showers and thunderstorms form. In the mountains tomorrow, you're in the 80s. Outside the mountains, 90 to 95. Temperatures then fall to 80 Sunday, 70s Monday, Tuesday. We're back up into the mid to upper 80s Thursday and Friday of next week, with each and every day over the next 7 days having the chance for more afternoon and evening rain. Appy.
All right, Jeff, Washington's dynamic defensive star wasted no time stepping up last night, and the camp tour rolls into Lynchburg. We'll hear from Brad Bradley's Pioneers next in sports.
And now, the Freedom First Sports Desk with John Appicello.
Thought he was explosive, came off the ball well, was very active, and I think he's a guy that, the more he plays, the better he's going to get.
That play, the work paid off, I would say. Long arm cut, flip my hips, got to run the edge and try to make a play. So, I'm definitely glad, I can definitely impact the game early.
The 2020 NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year, Washington defensive end Chase Young, disruptive and impactful in that short stint in preseason game 1 last night against the Patriots. Initially ruled a strip sack and a forced fumble, eventually changed to an incomplete pass. So he gets credit for a quarterback hit and pressure, which forced the punt. Washington hosts the Bengals next Friday night. Our First and 10 camp tour invades the Hill City, where the Heritage Pioneers are back at it after a trip to the region final in the spring. Heritage is a perennial power in the Seminole District. They are stacking their non-district schedule as a challenge, leading off with William Fleming, then Dinwiddie, then Appomattox. And while head coach Brad Bradley admits there's not a ton of experience on defense, his offense, led by a First and 10 Player of the Week, Cam Burns, will be a force to be reckoned with.
As far as our offense goes, it's going to be how far he takes us. We do have our 2 running backs back. Both of them are juniors now, Rajon Booker and Zach Steele, which we're very happy about. They were very big cogs in our offense last year. We have a good amount of people back on the offensive side of the football. We lost 2 or 3 up front, but I think the guys that we have coming in are going to be pretty good.
Day by day, we getting better. Day by day, everybody's getting better. We're working hard. We're ready for the season. Work ethic. We have a lot of young dudes, but we also got a lot of upperclassmen where we stand out. We set an example for them to work harder.
Heritage will open up at William Fleming. UVA's transition to a new quarterback last fall was a process, but as Brendan Armstrong explains, he now knows the offense inside and out, so it's just about reading and adjusting to what the defense is bringing.
That's all I focus on now is just what's the defense trying to do. The offense is just, like reading a book or like the back of your hand. It's all focused on what the defense is doing and little things that I can do, maybe to change the route to give us a better option. I think I've developed a lot in that type of play as a quarterback.
Armstrong threw for more than 2,100 yards and 18 touchdowns in the fall. Hey, 3 more NFL preseason games tonight. They're at the Indy Road Course all weekend, and round 2 in Greensboro, Russell Hensley is leading.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And it's a win over the Yankees, so you want to be excited.
That's all. You got to have fireworks.
That's all good.
Spoken like a true Red Sox fan.
There we go. Nightly News is next.